So a couple of days ago, there was a scandal in Poland about a Ukrainian bureaucrat from Lublin who's flooding the country with migrants. And this is just a simple sample of what's happening, but it's happening everywhere. So in Lublin, there is a university. There's actually a couple of them that are importing immigrants from Africa and from Asia into Poland. And this lady, Victoria Herun, goes out and does an interview and says that, yeah, so in the past it was mainly Ukrainians and Belarusians, but now we're importing people from Africa and from Latin American countries. And, maybe before the problem was to find them a dormitory, but now they're coming here with families of 3 or 4 people. And now we have to find them jobs after they study. So we help them with that too. And it's not just about finding them dormitories, because a family can't live in a dormitory. It's about finding apartments from them. And if you're a sane person and you're listening to this, you're going to be like, what the fuck? So you mean to tell me that there is a bureaucrat in Lublin from Ukraine, because the lady is from Ukraine originally, and she's been working there for 15 years. And for 15 years, her job, founded by our public money, was to import immigrants into Poland? Are you fucking kidding me? And she's not even, there is not a shadow, there is not a single glimpse of realization behind her eyes. I don't know whether she's this stupid or whether she's funded by somebody, not pointing any fingers, of course. But it's kind of funny that you get Polish people, or in this cases, spies from Ukraine, that are flooding your country with migrants, that are actively admitting to blocking your access to the university, blocking your access to housing, blocking your access to affordable life. And they're happy about it. Lublin now has 10 times more African people than all of Poland had 10 years ago. Just one city has more people than all of Poland had 10 years ago from Africa. And if this doesn't set a light bulb in your head, then there's nothing I can do for you. You're an idiot. Go watch the All In podcast. But this is something that's happening because it pays well. So a company is going to turn to a university to import cheap labor force. Where do you get cheap labor force? Well, Africa. There's a lot of people there, and they don't want to be there. So you reach out to them, you get them a visa, and then after they graduate from your garbage university, which, by the way, is funded by the state and by the student, so not only does the state pay for the student, you also get money from the student, right? And you're sponsored by these companies that will later be referred, that the students will be referred to when they're looking for a job. Because they don't speak Polish, because Polish is a complex, incredibly hard to understand language, and they can't compete in a normal market. So what this university is going to do for you, or what the city of Lublin is going to do for you, is they're going to refer you to a company that's going to hire you. And there you're going to work like a slave, because if you don't, you're going to get deported. Because you're going to get fired, and eventually your visa is going to run out, and you're going to get deported to Africa. And who wants to go to Africa after living in Europe for 5 years? So it's literally a closed circle. A university sponsored by greedy private bastards imports immigrants from Africa, funds them. The money comes from the city, the money comes from the state, and from private sponsors. And then these sponsors get their money back by using cheap labor. So if you're in Poland and you're wondering, why can't I get a job? That's because the jobs don't even exist, bruh. The jobs are ghost jobs. They're put there just because they are mandatory by law. You have to put them out by law, but they're already reserved for students from Africa, because your potential employer made a deal with a university that recruited them straight from Africa. Before the idea grew in your head to apply for a company to be a junior investment banker, the junior investment banker was headhunted in Nigeria. The junior investment banker was approached when he was fishing from the Nile River in Egypt. You didn't even stand a chance. And you can't stand a chance. And this is what's happening. And this will keep happening in Poland, because one of the most important things that she said during the interview was, Well, I don't really have a goal in mind of how black Poland should be, but if you go talk to the students, they're really cool people, and you can find that out by talking to them. And best part is, she's right. Polish people are idiots. There's a famous saying that a Polish person is smart after something bad happened, and there's a famous writing by Jan Kochanowski that actually the Polish person is dumb before something bad happens and he doesn't learn from his mistakes either. And this is completely true here. Polish people love it when somebody comes from a faraway land and says something basic like, "Oh, hello, sir. I love Poland. I come from India. I love and respect Poland, sir." Polish people are going to be enamored by this. Polish people are going to lose their shit. You come to Poland and you say five basic words in Polish and you don't beat anybody up, they're going to fall in love with you. And if you say you like their country, they're going to piss themselves. So, long story short, our country is being flooded by Karen Ukrainians that are funded by the government and by private greedy corporations. And there is literally nothing that will be done about it because this is actually what Polish people want.